Hi there. Hi. Hello, sweetness. Hello, light. Hello, all you lovers out there. I have a love story to tell you. This is mine, my personal love story. So, first of all, I'm Jennifer Elizabeth Masters. I am a soul sculptor. I help you break the mold of past trauma, suffering, and heartbreak. And I know how to do this because I've transformed so much of my own pain. And when you've been through tremendous pain, suffering, and sorrow, you find a way or you suffer the rest of your life. And that was not what I wanted for me. So, 17 years ago today was the anniversary of my twin flames life. Now, whether you believe in twin flames or not, I will just give you a little nutshell about what this relationship was like for me. So, first of all, I was dragged to this drum making workshop, kicking and screaming. I had just bought a drum. Why on earth would I want to make another one? And this shaman was coming from Sedona to Georgia. And my then spiritual teacher is the first spiritual teacher I ever had, Lynette Lindsay, beautiful woman in Georgia, actually North Carolina. So she invited me to this, and I had just bought my first pickup truck. I had my landscape business, and so I had this brand new shiny truck, and I drove up to North Carolina to pick her up and this other woman. And the experiences just on the way to the workshop were absolutely magical. We encountered a herd of deer. We encountered a flock of turkeys. Now, I didn't count them, but I know the number was meaningful. But just to see all of these animals along the way was all very meaningful and letting us all know it was a very magical day. So we arrived in Hiawassee, Georgia, and the two women were ahead of me, and I was walking behind them, and I saw this white and blue, what do you call this, conversion vans parked, and this guy with a cowboy hat, a Stetson, black Stetson, bare feet. This is November, the 1st of November, 2003. Is it 2000? I think so, 2003. And he's in bare feet and Huarache sandals. And as they're walking, I see him, and from a distance, my eyes met his. I can remember the blueness of his eyes, seeing him across the parking lot. We made eye contact. The energy just between us was phenomenal. I'd never met this man before. He wasn't my type. He wasn't the type of guy that I would normally be attracted to, not at all. So as the day unfolded, all of a sudden, we start doing our drum, and we're all talking, and we're out in this gazebo. It's kind of chilly, and that day I was even told how to dress. I was told to dress down, dress in layers, take my diamond earrings off, which I did. I didn't know what all this was about. I'd never been told what to wear. It wasn't a date, it was a workshop. So as the drum making workshop unfolded, Lynette stood up all of a sudden. John, I haven't had my hug from you. And Lynette had just spent an entire day with this man, just a day or so before. John was an extraordinary man. He had a photographic memory, the only person I've ever met this way. He was a shaman. He was a geologist, and he was living in an RV in Sedona. And this was a very long time ago. He is instrumental for the building in Sedona. He fought and fought to keep all of the buildings in Sedona below 3 stories and lower. So John Armbruster is his name, but you can Google him. But read my story. I've just put it up on Facebook. The story is phenomenal. But anyway, Lynette stood up and she said, I haven't gotten my hug, so everybody lined up. I was last. And when he hugged me, Lynette was standing to the side of us, and she said the energy between us almost bowled her over. She had to back away. And I held him. I'm hugging this man for the first time, and yet there were waves and waves and waves of love. Love like I had never experienced before in my life. This deep and powerful love was from lifetimes. We've been together lifetimes. My daughter met him later and remembered him from a past life when they were both Native Americans and described the wickiup that he lived in. So anyway, extraordinary feelings of love for this man that I had never met before. And I am sure some of you have experienced this, not just with people from the opposite sex, but even women. You know, sometimes I meet women that I go, oh wow, there's a deep love here, a connection. And so if you've had past lives with someone, you will have that deep resonance and connection with them, that deep love that is all abiding and encompassing, that you wonder, where's this coming from? I don't even know these people. So I will just say, fast forward, we had 3 months together. It was the deepest connection I've ever had with a human being on this earth. I could read his mind. I knew what he was thinking, and he would say to me, get out of my head. And it wasn't something I tried to do. We were so deeply connected. And on January 22nd, 17 years ago today, we made love on my couch, if you're Canadian, on my Chesterfield in the living room. It was the first time that we'd ever made love on the couch. And he sat up afterwards. Oh, wait, there was a lot before that. And if you read my book, it's all in my Odyssey Victim to Victory book. That story is chapter 11. It's an incredible story. I feel like everybody needs to read it, because if you've ever had a twin flame or thought you've had a twin flame experience, reading this story will either confirm or deny that that is so. He made dinner for me. He played his flute for me. And I was sitting in the dining room, and my legs started to shake uncontrollably, just shaking and shaking. And I didn't even know where this feeling was coming from. But on a soul level, I knew. On a soul level, I knew. Because the night before, he'd fallen asleep, and I heard an owl right outside our window. I'd never heard an owl before, and not so close. And when I told him the next morning, his face just went white like a sheet. And I came to find out later that in Native American lore or belief system, when you hear the owl call your name within 24 hours, you'll be dead. And that's exactly what happened. He sat up, he said, I'll never leave you. I love you so much. I'll love you forever. And then he slid off the couch onto the floor, my hardwood floor, in my beautiful farmhouse in Alpharetta, Georgia, and he urinated, and I knew. He just went out on his kundalini. There was no heart attack. There was no pain. He just instantaneously went out through the kundalini. So, fast forward, pain. I had a landscape business, and if I didn't work, I didn't get paid. I was crying. I mean, my friend who Guy is an acupuncturist. He lived a couple doors down, and my son called him. He came over. He put needles in my heart. I would have died too, because I had so much pain in my heart. My heart was literally broken. And Guy saved my life, because I would have joined him. I really wanted to die too. And so when it's not our time and we need to move on, we need to move through pain. And that is what this live here is about right now. It's about how do we move through pain. And my daughter suggested that I do a live on pain because she's called me up with terrible menstrual cramps. I've helped countless clients eliminate the pain. And how I do it, well, it's kind of magical, but I have a lot of different ways to help you through pain. But if you have something that doctors say they cannot help you with, if they say now you need to take Percocet or morphine or whatever for pain and you don't want to do that, I can help you with pain. I know how to eliminate it. I know how to ratchet it down. I know how to help you through that horrible pain that is so debilitating. There is emotional pain too, and I've experienced a lot of that in my lifetime. But so here's the thing, is that was then, but it's not where I'm at now. And so my vibration is very high. I work on myself all the time. I lift people out of their suffering and pain. I help you heal yourself. That's what everybody does. They heal themselves, but I'm that facilitator. I can help you move through pain. I can help you move through suffering into joy. It is what I am here to do. I am the healer of broken hearts because I have had my heart truly broken many times, but this one was the biggest heartbreak of all. So, I'm Jennifer Elizabeth Masters. I do have a package that is out, available only till Valentine's Day. And what I want to say about this, there's 5 different programs. There is a Tainted to True Love, there's Aphrodite Effect, there is Infinite Love, then there's Money and Men, and then Cutting the Cords of Attachment. And there are 19 energy clearings in this package for $97. 19 energy clearings. Every single one of them is different. Every single one of them accesses a different part of your pain and suffering. For $97, you are getting a big deal, a really big deal. And it's only available until Valentine's Day. So it's on my Facebook page. If you have any questions about it, I'd be glad to get on a Zoom call and answer them for you, but I'm telling you, $97, you cannot beat that with a stick. So, I am Jennifer Elizabeth Masters. I have undergone tremendous suffering and pain in my life so that now I am a free spirit, a free loving spirit with an open heart and a clean energy field, so I can help you move through your suffering and pain with ease. I have a website. It's jenniferelizabethmasters.com. I also help people overcome depression, anxiety, and suicide. Yes, even suicide. So there is no need for someone to kill themselves. I can help you with that too. I love you. Thank you so much for watching. And know that there is no suffering unless you choose to stay in it. There is going to be pain, but we don't have to stay in a place of suffering. We're not meant to suffer. The pain is a catalyst for great transformation. I know it was for me. Sending you so much love today. Thanks for watching.